Yes, but now there are things that are happening that me and Kiama have no clue, that end up, messing up the whole thing. Now that about the time that we lost our name to Madenge. That's
he's not calling you nameless.
yes.
Is Madenge Monski.
To Monski. Yeah. But shout out to my brother Monski. Yeah. Hey, tumetoka mbali.
Sana.
But I'll talk about that later. Clemo and Roba starts having issues.
Ooh.
And this really messed us up because now this family we had created,
all
of a sudden, something had just happened. I don't know what it was. We never really understood what it was. Then maybe they can tell us. And they end up splitting.
Okay. Before the split,
Yes.
It sounds like you came into this place even before Nonini.
Yes. Nonini was not there. When I started my music in Scratch Records, Nonini he had not even begun doing music.
Yo.
I believe so. And maybe Nonini atani correct, but I think because the only guy I can remember is Jua. And nimekwambia tulikuwa tunamwita tu Paul.
Na kona watu wasita.
Na kona wasita hapo. My friend. But
you saw Nonini in this time?
No, I hadn't seen him.
What?
Yes. So when they broke up, when now they split, so Roba and Nyash wakabaki. Scratch, the brothers. And of course Kina Dan and Clash were still their buddies. Then Clemo went back to his place and started Caliph Records.
Na
Paul. Hata hawa jamaa mwingine sijui wasita waliishia. Mi hata sijui walienda wapi.
Oh man, so you had to make a choice.
Yeah.
Munaenda na ase, ama munakaa hapa.
But because when we came, the first person we talked to was Roba.
Yes.
So obviously
loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty bana. We had to stay with Roba. Roba and Nyash and Akina Dan.
Yes.
Yeah. And shout out to those guys, Maze. They really came through to us, for us. And, even though we had so many hardships, like by then, tulikuwa tushahama, we had hamad Isili. We had gone to Umoja. Inako.
Is that a downgrade or an upgrade?
A downgrade, as in us, now me and my family.
Yes. Was that a downgrade for you or upgrade?
Well, it was both ways because it was an upgrade because now we are going to a 2-bedroom house.
So bigger house?
Yes.
But areas.
But now area bana. Umo bana. Boss, mimi sikuwa fikira naweza ishi Umo. And then my problem was that it was so far.
Oh, to
the studio. Remember, I'm hooked up now. Like studio is my life now.
Umeingia hii music thing?
Nimeingia na kila kitu. Sijaingia tu na nimeingia the whole body. Wow. Na sasa I feel.
I get it.
Yes. And then you see these things are happening. Mziki inaanza kucheza karedio kidogo.
Yes.
Kajina tumefanya ka interview ya kwanza. Tuko kwa paper.
Umechezwa na Big Kev.
Big Kev amecheza. What? Bro.
Umetengeneza single yangu ya kwanza.
Alafu maze we have to we have to shift bana from Isili to Umoja Inako. Na sasa hatuna do. Sasa mambo ya fair inakuwa ni story ingine. In fact, most of the times I had to walk from Inako, all the way to Caliph.
What?
Then sometimes naomba kina sis do.
But they can't give you all the time. Responsibilities.
Na sasa hiyo kwanza fair ilikuwa sijui ni 10 bob. But there were some matatus that used to carry guys from Kayole, Jinenda, all the way to Gikosh. But they use that route for Isili. Huruma, they come like that. They ingia Isili, they tokelezea hapo bus station, zinaingia Gikosh, hapo Pumwani. So I used to use those matatus whenever I would get fare. But sometimes there was no fare, so I had to go to studio. Sometimes I'd have to spend at Kiama's place. In fact, most of the time, I'd spend at Kiama's place. When I come, I don't go back home immediately. I spend at their place. And,
and let me ask, Nameless as a group name has ended.
Yes.
Tumaini has started.
Yes.
But also what I'm hearing, even Mr. Lenny as a solo artist has also started.
It has started but not quite.
But hiyo single ulifanya peke yako?
Nilirecord solo. Kiama didn't rap in that song. Yeah. Because it was my first ever single kuandika. And I wrote it, I wrote a full song.
But your heart was in, I'm in a group?
Yes, I was still in a group.
Okay.
We were still Tumaini.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but now things are happening. At some point even Scratch Records was closed. Like, it was not functioning. So I had to stop going there. So it was very frustrating. Like, mazejina imeenda, Clemo na Roba hawaongei, wamesplit. And then now studio pia function. So things were tough, man. So we were wondering now what next. So about that time is when we decided, you know what, let's start looking for another studio. Yes.
Hii music is not ending.
It's not gonna end anytime soon. Liwe liwalo tutafanya hiki tu.
Make it or make it.
Make it or make it, man. Yeah, man. Hey. So the first place we went was, I think, there's a place we used to frequent a lot, and a lot of artists would frequent that place on Moi Avenue. There's a studio called EWD. Ilikuwa, kuna building inaitwa Sonalax building on Moi Avenue before you get to Sports House. It's called Sonalax, and there was a studio at 5th floor. And there was this guy called Jimmy. So most guys know him as Jimmy EWD. I'm a Jimmy O. Yeah. So Jimmy was a DJ at that particular time. And he also used to, that's the era where people used to write CDs. Like people would go to a cyber and compile music, put it on CD, and unaenda nayo home kusikiza. So a lot of DJs would frequent that place to come and write CDs, because Jimmy, apart from just being a DJ, he'd bought computers nini, and then alikuwa na ma-CD writers, zile zilikuwa zinatoa ka 10 CDs pamoja. Like he'd do mass production.
Yes, duplication
and all that. So most DJs would frequent there a lot, and DJs who are playing even outside town, like kuna watu wa Kisumu wanakuja hapo, watu wa LD sijui wapi.
And he had a collection of music.
And he had a collection of music. And then he had also some other guys who was working, another DJ mwenye alikuwa na work nae, about 2 other DJs. And then I remember even the sisters used to come there, So wasanii pia walikuwa nakuja hapo sana. In fact, that is where I met Mr. Googs and Winnie Banton. So many artists used to come there, especially these rappers. Hata kina, sijui kina, wase wa D, they used to come there, and we'd come. Then I think Jimmy aliona, there's a potential here.
With you now?
With artists.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's so many artists who used to come there.
So wacha nitengeneze kakitu.
So why don't I do a studio? So he started a studio. And guess what? Me and Kiama were the first artists in that studio.
What is the name of that studio?
Ilikuwa inajita EWD.
Okay.
Entertainment with a Difference. That was the nini for that. So Entertainment with a Difference.
What's
EWD.
the O for Jimmy? What does it stand for?
Sasa sijui kama ni Jimmy. Sika ni Jimmy Ogola ama ni Jimmy.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but watu walikuwa wanamwita Jimmy O. So us, we just call him Jimmy. I can't remember whether that's the same name he used to use as a DJ, but we knew him as Jimmy. So he started a studio, and mimi na Cash tukaanzisha. Si ndio tulikuwa first wasanii hapo.
Tumaini.
Yes, Tumaini. And we went ahead to record our first single. It's called, in that studio, called MCs. Yeah, the song was like, used to go like, MCs mbona mwatoroka, MCs mbona mwaogopa, MCs mbona mwatoroka, mbona mwaogopa, sisi si karao na wala si farao, hatuna madharao, something like that. So
You are telling MCs who are they scared of you?
Yeah, man.
Because me are normal.
Sasa ni nini mnatuogopa bana? Wacheni we're just, hatuna mambo. Yes, and I remember, by the way, by that time, we had actually met Lucas. Yes.
Hey, bro, rewind.
Let me rewind.
Hey, bro.
Now,
Hey,
Aki. You know why?